I'm Matt.
I'm Roger.
I'm Adam.
And this is Filament Tattoo A-Side. Today we're talking about how to prepare for a tattoo.
It's very important.
Extremely important.
This is probably one of the most important things you can do.
Definitely.
So the first thing is, I mean, when you come in to the shop, one of the things is like if you come in and you're like, I want a tattoo, and so we're like, hey, what do you want? And you're like, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much the end of the consult right there.
I've already started on a bad foot.
I mean, it's at that point, you know, it's like, okay, well, I've got tons of artwork drawn. You know, Roger's got tons of artwork drawn. We've got flash books, and you're going to look through them all, and they're going to be like, no, I can't really find what I want because you don't know what you want. So that's the first step is, you know, have an idea of kind of where you're going. If you're doing a memorial thing or you're doing a sleeve or whatever, I mean, I always tell people the best thing for me is to make a list of the things that you want. And just bring me a list.
Yeah, we don't need a full-on, fleshed-out idea. I mean, you can have the most vague idea in the world, and we can turn it into art for you, but you need the idea.
Right, so you gotta have an idea. But other than that, like, say you've got an idea, you've set up an appointment, you've got your consultation taken care of, your deposit's down, your appointment's ready, you're going to be walking in to get your not an infinity symbol, and what do you need to do?
Well, before you leave your house, it's a good idea to take a shower.
Yep, this is something you should start in the morning.
Right.
And this is not, this is just
It's human courtesy.
It's a human courtesy, but it's also a medical courtesy. Because I mean, if you leave your house and you are dirty and you're smelly, or if you're coming out of the gym, you just come out of the gym, you're like, I'm gonna go get my tattoo. No, we're gonna be smelling you. You're gonna be sticky and you're gross, and it's uncomfortable for us. And we got to try to push through that. And a lot of times, a lot of people won't even deal with you. I mean, they're gonna tell you to go home and get cleaned up. And part of that is not only because we don't want to be tasting you and smelling your body odor and whatnot, but also you increase your chances of infection because you're not clean. It's true. I've been there. I've tasted people.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people come in that are so funky, you can like it's in.
I left work one time because I was like, I can't get it out of my mouth. You know, like ugh.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
It is.
So tell me, who do you think is worse in your experience?
Women. Women, please.
Especially in the piercing arena.
Yeah, like you're not. We don't care. Like we don't care that you're pretty or nothing. Like if you're not clean, we don't want to deal with you.
No, it doesn't
Go
matter
away.
that we have gloves on.
And I mean,
Go away.
and the thing is this is our artwork that we're putting on you, and it's important not only because we want you to have the artwork that you want, but we also want you to heal properly. And yes, and women are generally worse than men because they, especially in the piercing area, like you don't want to get your downstairs all stabbed after coming out of the gym. Like that's not a good idea.
And you said that several times because that happens a lot.
That's really gross.
It
So
happens
gross.
enough to mention. So yeah, don't do that. You know, you want to keep your skin healthy, and that consists of having a good diet. You know, eating or drinking a lot of water, and you want to eat a good meal and be well hydrated before the tattoo.
Definitely.
Because if you don't, I mean, your skin's just not going to react well, and it's not going to heal well. And then if you don't eat, you're not going to have your sugars up, and you're going to pass out on a chair, and you know, worse things could happen. And
Maybe wet yourself.
you could wet yourself.
It happens. And
Multiple times.
Yeah, it has happened before, and you know,
who has to clean that up?
They do.
I mean, we've cleaned it. I've had to.
I won't. I refuse. I made his friend clean it up.
I know. I used to be like really regimented. Like I would drink a ton of water for a few days beforehand because I normally just drink coffee. And so I drink a lot of water. I'd eat bananas, and I don't normally eat fruit, but like I'd eat bananas right before I came in to up my potassium. I drink 5-hour energy to help me bump through those long 6, 7, 8 hour stretches of getting tattooed. Now, I mean, since I'm at work, I just drink coffee and we order out food and crap, which isn't the best way to do it. But if somebody's coming in, what are you going to recommend? Like, what should I eat before I get tattooed?
I mean, you want to have a full stomach. Like you said, bananas are good, potassium's good, stuff like that. I mean, you want to be protein. You want to get your sugars up, but not like artificial. You don't want to eat a bunch of candy and then get tattooed. That's not good. I mean, basically eat healthy, like you should, but you
Fruits.
don't.
I mean, fruits are
Fruits are
good
great.
for a natural source of sugars. So like candy bars are going to kind of hold you over for a little bit, but they're not going to hold you over for long. Like they're not going to deal with those 4-hour sessions, or 4-hour plus. And so
candy bars are for like 3 hours in, and you grab that Snickers bar and an orange juice to give you that
little bit
bump
more.
to get over
Yeah, a little bit more.
when they're just begging, they're like, I want to be done. I don't care what it looks like at this point.
Yeah. And I would say the opposite of that is like drinking. Don't drink before a tattoo.
Or the day before.
Or the day before.
I find the day before is often much worse.
Yeah, I mean, if you had some like beers at lunch or something before your tattoo, that's not a big deal. It's not gonna affect your blood at that moment. But if you partied hard the night before,
You're
blood
gonna be
is
dehydrated.
Yeah, you're gonna be dehydrated. Your blood's gonna be thinned out. It's gonna be thoroughly through your system by the next day, and you're gonna pay $500, $600, $700 for a 4-hour, 5-hour session, and then you start bleeding out because you got drunk the night before. You're still gonna pay that $500 whether you sit through it or not. So be aware of that. Like, if you only sit for 2 hours, you booked out for 4. It's not my fault you got wasted the night before and were a dummy. So,
and especially if you tell us, like if you're like, oh yeah, I totally got wasted the night before, then our pity disappears at that point in time.
Yeah.
Like go drink in a couple days after you've started to heal, or just time it well.
Yeah.
And don't come in intoxicated because we're just gonna throw you out.
Right.
Yeah, that's
If you're noticeably intoxicated in any way, we're not going to deal with you.
And we've got a bar 3 doors down. How often do we get drunks
Never.
snuffling in here?
One time, but he was like, "Someone take me home."
Right. He needed a
Yeah,
ride.
he gave me $20 to drive him 3 blocks.
Right, that was pretty
Done.
good. So I mean, other than that, it's be hydrated, have the right food, be prepared, take a shower so you're not stinky, wear deodorant as well. But then, what are some things to maybe have when you're here or not have when you're here?
Well,
Bring snacks. Bring water.
snacks, water.
Don't bring your kids
Don't bring your kids.
or your
Children.
friends.
Because if you want to see an artist get frustrated and pissed off, bring your kids, bring your crying kids, and then at that point now you're affecting the quality of the tattoo because your artist is frustrated and he's gonna try to push through it, but sooner or later he's gonna snap and he's gonna be like, I'm done. Take your kids home and be a parent.
Right, and it's not just for you if you bring your kids. That impacts everyone else who is paying for the opportunity to get tattooed.
That
It's gonna
affects the
negatively-
artist next to you getting to, that's doing the tattooing as well. And he's getting frustrated at the other guy being like, yo, control your client, control your client's kids.
And then the next person that comes in the door, you're already frustrated.
Yeah, it
'cause
just ruins the day.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
it's-
make for a good day. So get a babysitter. If you can't afford a babysitter, then you probably shouldn't be getting tattooed.
Yeah, be a parent. Go home. Be a
Exactly.
parent.
Like, so if somebody comes in, can they bring a friend with them?
It's okay to bring a friend. You need somebody to hold your hand. You need some moral support. That's fine. But you're not famous.
Don't bring your entourage.
You don't need an entourage. You don't need it. One guy said they're holding your hand and
This
5
ain't
of you
HBO.
stand
Don't
around
bring
the
your
shop.
entourage.
We don't need that. That's just, again, it frustrates us as artists. It frustrates everyone else in the shop when there's just a bunch of people just here not doing anything.
They get in the way.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
like
if
the way.
you're wanting distractions, you don't bring your 5 friends with you, because that disrupts us. That disrupts everybody else in the shop. If you want your one homie sitting there with you, that's fine. But I mean, you're more than welcome to bring headphones, your tablet. I'm personally a big fan of just watching Netflix with some headphones. Being dressed.
Yeah, don't come in
That's something
naked.
good.
Please be dressed.
Yes, but don't come in and get a tattoo on your shoulder and then only wear a sweater.
Yeah, and you're
With
wearing
nothing
like,
underneath.
And girls, you're so bad at this. Like, if you got your bra on and then a spaghetti strap and then you got this other thing on and then a hoodie, I'm just like, man, I got to tattoo through 5 layers of your junk to get. No. Just come in. You're gonna be laying down for a little while.
We'll keep
Be
you modest.
comfortable.
We don't ever have anybody
Yeah.
just running around naked.
Yeah, I don't want to see you naked.
No.
We don't care.
I don't
We're
care
jaded.
how unattractive or attractive or whatever. I don't want to see you naked. So there's dress accordingly. Don't wear white.
Don't wear something you like.
Yeah, no brand new clothes.
If you
no
like
brand
it,
new
I
clothes.
will get ink on it. That's just
I
make sure
got tattooed with a brand new pair of shoes on one time, and a little drop of ink splattered right in the middle of the toes.
There you go.
So lots of tips on how to prepare for your tattoo. Take these to heart, because if you don't, whether you're coming to Filament or whether you're going to a different tattoo studio, you're going to piss off your tattoo artist, and they're not going to do as good of a job for you. And if you're paying the money for it, you might as well get the best thing you possibly can.
Be prepared, and the tattoo process goes along so much more smoothly.
So this is Filament Tattoo A-Side, talking about how to prepare for a tattoo, and we'll see you next week. Make sure to like and subscribe.
That's Matt.
I'm Roger.
I'm Adam.
Bye.